Hello everyone, you are on the Mobi channel and I am glad to see you on my channel again. A new 19th episode of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse was released today. Therefore, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, because now I will analyze this episode in detail and tell you my theories about future episodes of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse from Dom Studio. We're starting. If you don't remember, then I'll remind you that episode 19 consists of 2 parts. You can watch the analysis of the first part exclusively on my second channel with reactions, so if you have not yet seen the analysis of part 1 of season 19, then go ahead and watch on my second channel. Also today there will be a reaction to this episode. And now we proceed directly to the analysis itself. As I said, the second part of episode 19 continues the first part. If you suddenly forgot, then I will remind you that the first part ended with Skibidi the scientist and Skibidi Pennywise meeting face to face with the Titan Speakerman and Titan Cameraman. Therefore, this part of the episode begins with a battle and, apparently, initially the opponents hit the Titan Speakerman very hard, since he was able to fly away such a long distance. Next, we are shown a close-up of the Titan Speakerman, and although the characters do not talk in the series, but you can understand that the Titan Speakerman is very evil. The camera angle changes and we see Skibidi Pennywise running towards Titan. The Titan Speakerman attacks him with his blaster and the plot abruptly switches to the Titan Cameraman, who is fighting the Titan Scientist. Titan hits the Scientist's Titan with his jet hammer, but the Scientist withstands the blow and fires an acid rocket at him in response. Fortunately, the Titan managed to activate its shield and defend itself from this missile. Then the camera switches again and we see again how the Titan Speakerman fights with Pennywise. Titan Speakerman attacks Pennywise with the laser of his reactor. But at the same time, Skibidi Pennywise charges his seemingly toy hammer and hits the Titan Speakerman. And at this time, we can notice a very beautiful and powerful axe on the back of the Titan. Now we know that the Titan Speakerman in this universe has this melee weapon. Next, the Titans meet together and decide to fight as a team. The camera angle changes and you can see how one of the speakers of the Titan Speakerman has fallen off. Most likely it happened after Skibidi Pennywise hit the Titan with his hammer. Then the opponents begin to surround the Titans. We are shown a close-up of the scientist Skibidi and it is clear that he is serious about getting rid of the Titans. Then Titan Cameraman explains their plan of action to Titan Speakerman on his fingers. The Titan Speakerman agrees with him and pulls out his axe from behind his back. Then they change opponents and the fight continues. The Titan Speakerman runs at full speed at the Titan Scientist and the fight continues. The Titan Speakerman aggressively attacks the Scientist by shooting him with his blaster and tries to knock the Scientist out, but the Scientist also begins to attack the Speakerman using his mechanical hands. Titan held back the Scientist's attack and was able to carry out a counterattack by cutting off one of the Scientist's mechanical arms. The Scientist got even more angry from this and then we see the Skibidi Pennywise fight with the Titan Cameraman. Titan Cameraman already wanted to end this fight using his hand cannon, but the enemy managed to dodge. There is a strong explosion and we see Skibidi Pennywise appear out of the smoke again and attack the Titan Cameraman. Their battle takes place in the air, and it looks very epic and very dynamic. Next, the Skibidi Pennywise loses control and falls directly onto the Skibidi Scientist. The Titans find themselves together again, but the fight does not end and we see how the opponents come out of the smoke again and then there is a big battle between the Titans and Skibidi Toilets. Skibidi Pennywise took hold of the Titan Speakerman, but the Titan Cameraman reacted in time and shot Pennywise right in the head, from which it just flew apart, but this does not mean at all that the enemy is defeated. Next, Skibidi Scientist attracts Cameraman's hammer with his powerful magnet and wants to shoot at Titan from the Titan Clockman cannon, but he is stopped by Titan Speakerman and directs a powerful stream of fire from flamethrowers at the Scientist. Next, the Titan Cameraman turns on the headless Pennywise and we see a rather creepy picture, because Skibidi Pennywise is growing a new, scarier, and more dangerous head. The opponent tries to attack the cameraman, but he successfully dodges him. Next, Titan Speakerman gives his axe to Titan Cameraman to fight with him and Titan Speakerman really fought very well and epically with him. And the Titan Speakerman fought using the hammer of the Titan Cameraman. Then they switch their melee weapons and continue to fight. Titan Cameraman wants to end the fight with Skibidi Pennywise again, but he stuns the Titan with loud noises and points a toy gun at him, from which the poster just flies out. But this was just a distraction, because then the gun shoots dangerous acid. Fortunately, the Titan Cameraman had a protective lens and had to take it off. And apparently this is what Skibidi Pennywise wanted, because then a TV appeared from his mouth, which emitted dangerous red radiation. And at first, the Titan cameraman succumbed to this radiation. Even his hammer fell to the ground, but then something in the Titan cameraman aroused serious rage and his camera lit up red. Not only I was shocked by this outcome of events, but also Skibidi Pennywise. The Titan cameraman cut off the opponent's mechanical arm, with which he was holding the TV, and then they flew into the sky again. In the air, Titan cameraman used the power of his reactor and finally destroyed Pennywise's Skibidi. This is evidenced by the explosion itself and the body with the skull that fell to the ground. Next, the battle of the Titan Speakerman with the Titan scientist continues. The scientist again used acid rockets against Titan, and with the help of them, one of the Speakerman's guns fell off. Further, when the Titan cameraman came to his senses, he immediately went to the aid of the Titan Speakerman. Or rather, he loaded his cannon with a powerful charge. Titan Speakerman heard this, said goodbye to Titan scientist and flew towards Titan cameraman. Titan makes a shot and an explosion of gigantic proportions occurs. The Titans are returning to Earth. The smoke clears and we see how the Skibidi scientist is still alive, but he is sparkling. This tells us that this scientist is also a robot controlled by a small Skibidi scientist, just like in the original Skibidi Toilet series. The burned scientist looks up at the sky, laughs and teleports away. Titan Speakerman tried to detain the scientist, but he did not have time to grab hold of him. Next, the Titan cameraman saw something very scary in the sky. Specifically, it was just a huge amount of Skibidi toilet, which were completely filled with very dangerous barrels of acid. And it seems that the Titans in this universe have once again fallen into the trap of opponents. But the Titans were ready for it. They assembled special equipment using the technology of titanium cameramen. They were not sure that the shield would be able to withstand this explosion, but there was nowhere to go and they activated the shield and hoped for the best. There was an even bigger explosion. Fortunately, the shield of the Titan cameraman was able to withstand it and both Titans remained intact. But then something happened that just shocked me. After all, not only the Titans hid behind the shield, but also this new character who came out of invisibility mode. From his costume, I immediately realized that this was the same character who was the POV cameraman in the first part of episode 19. And what is the name of this new race? Agents Cameras? Or Photo Agents? Write your theories in the comments. And this is the end of the 19th episode of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse. What do I expect to see in the new episode? You all know that the next episode will be Christmas, so I expect to see a very interesting and funny story that will be released on Dom Studio channel on December 25th. I will have a certain cameo role in this episode and I strongly recommend that you watch this Christmas episode on this holiday, because the Dom Studio team is trying very hard for you, friends. Well, after watching the Christmas episode, I'm waiting for you all on my channel to be happy to analyze this episode for you. And you can also see my reaction to these episodes on my second Mobi React channel. All necessary links will be located in the first pinned comment. Merry Christmas to all, friends.